Hey y'all, so today we're going to just be doing some nails, no kit, no product review, no algorithm, okay? I'm doing the nails that I want to do.
This is the intro to Long Hair Pretty Nail Show, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to be doing a fill-in on my right hand. This is an acrylic overlay that I did a couple weeks ago. So we need to do some prep. So I'm going to start off by pushing back my cuticles. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks, and it's been so cold here, y'all. My skin is so dry, but yes, we need to prep these nails. So going in with my e-file, and I'm just going to put it on, what I did, 11. I just like to do like maybe 10 or 11. And we're just gonna work this cuticle bit around the cuticle area, getting up any of the like lifted acrylic crusty stuff and also like the crusty skin, you know. Just prepping all this for our application. Next, going in with my cuticle scissors, I'm just going to go ahead and clip these cuticles. I usually bounce between nipping them or using the e-file and doing that, but I decided we're going to go ahead and clip these babies today. So after doing that, this is what the nails are looking like. And for my thumb, I want to get up some of this lifting, so we're just going to clip that off. And then taking the sanding band, I'm just going to sand down some of the product. I want to extend these nails, so I kind of like to take down a good amount of product so my nails aren't too thick. And once again, we're just making sure the acrylic is smooth with my natural nail and just making sure, you know, we're just getting up all this lifting. I figured out why the thumb lifts so bad. I was filming the thumb for a short and I forgot to put the primer on there, so that's why I lifted like that. But anyway, I'm just gonna use my acrylic glitter and some clear acrylic and then getting my brush ready. So I decided to go ahead and taper the corners. My natural nails were a little too square and I want to do like an almond shape, so I need to kind of taper in these corners because they will stick out. And then once again, just using my hand file to thin out the tip. Like I said, I will be extending these nails and I don't want the thickness, you know, I just don't want them to be too thick. I want them to blend seamlessly with the tip. So of course we're going in with paper nail forms and we're just gonna go ahead and apply these. I like to roll them in my hand, close them up, put them on, and making sure the form is lined up with my knuckle. As you guys can see, my natural nail grows out and it's starting to grow to the left. So we're gonna have to fix that. So after getting all the nail forms on, we are ready for our primer. I'm using the Super Bond by V Beauty Pure, and I made sure to put it on my thumb this time. It'd be kind of hard when you're trying to film short content as well. You kind of forget steps, but yeah, I forgot the Super Bond on my thumb, so that's why it lifted up so much. So anyway, going in with our first bead of clear acrylic, I'm just applying that to the tip, and I'm using a little bit wetter bead than usual because I want this just to be like a thin base. And we're just going to extend the nail. And this is why I wanted the tip of my nail to be a little thinner, because when I apply more acrylic, it's not going to be too thick and it's just going to blend seamlessly like I like. So I'm going for a delicate almond shape. I'm trying something new. Y'all know I always do coffins, so this time I was like, let's do something different. So I do have a tiny bead of acrylic that I'm applying to the side here. As you guys saw, my natural nail grows in crooked and grows to the left, so we have to add in a side wall. So that's what we're doing here. And I'm just kind of really taking my time with this because this is going to be like the base shape that I'm going for, or, you know, within the confines. I kind of changed my mind a little bit throughout the process, but anyway, just, you know, making the guideline. I'll just say that because, you know, I'm indecisive when I'm like working. So I wasn't sure how long I wanted to take it. So I always do my nails a little bit longer than like the final shape that I want. So that was that. So now going in with the glitter, I'm going in with the chunkier glitter first and placing that in the center. And then I went in, there's like a purple variation and then there's like a blue. So I kind of just mixing it all together because I just want all the glitter. Okay. So yeah, just placing like the chunkier pieces where I want them to be and kind of just sliding them around. Like I said, I'm working a little more wet so I can really place these glitter pieces the way that I want. And then I went in with the fine glitter towards the cuticle area. I just think I love it when the glitter is like chunkier and then it gets smaller as it gets to the cuticle. That is like my favorite. So that is what we're going for today. And as you can see, I just did that little cuticle bead and they are looking so cute and glittery. So I wanted a little more glitter at the tip. I'm not too sure why I thought this, because we didn't even end up keeping it this length, but it's all right. So I'm giving the glitter time to dry because I am working a little wetter. So it does take a little bit longer for everything to kind of dry. I don't want to shift stuff. So I'm just going to move on to the next nail. And once again, we're just applying a thin wet bead of clear and extending the nail. Because my nail beds are long and they're like different lengths for each nail, I kind of have to do my nails like longer, and then once I'm filing, I can even everything up. So with this one, I took it probably a little too long, but you know, it's all right. So once again, just going in with the glitter. This glitter is gorgeous. I just love how it just reflects. Like I said, I'm using both of, it's like a blue reflective one and then a purple one. It doesn't look like that on screen. Everything looks green, but y'all see. So anyway, and then taking the fine glitter towards the cuticle area as I did before. And I'm just gonna do that with all of the nails. I just kind of want a nice, cute, kind of clear, shimmery set, if that makes sense. So I wanted to ask you guys, how do you feel about the voiceover videos? I kind of want to get back to the basics as far as nails, and you know, I'm just testing things out here. I know some of you guys do miss the face cam, and the face cam will be back for videos where, you know, it makes sense. But I'm just kind of trying things out here, kind of taking it back old school, just trying to find the channel spark again. But let me know y'all thoughts on this type of video. All right, so circling back to the pinky nail, I'm just going to go ahead and encapsulate the tip. And I'm working wetter with this one as well because I wanted to get into all of the crevices of the glitter. And I also don't want to mess with it too much so it doesn't create any air bubbles inside. I want to keep this as clear as possible. I'm just working on the basic shape that I'm going for. Like I said, I'm kind of doing like an almond shape. And I think that is so cute. Yeah, I'm just bouncing all around here. So I'm just doing the tips and then I'm gonna come back and do the cuticle bead. I don't know, I kind of like to bounce around. It kind of keeps me from getting bored. But yes, I love encapsulating. It's like one of my favorites. I finally got it down to where it's not super thick. That's something that I had to work on for years. But I think you just need a combination of like your favorite products and stuff that you like to work with. Like this brush, I love working with this one. I love working with the V Beauty Pure acrylic. This is their clear, and as you can see, it's so easy to work with. It gives you time to mold it. It's not super slow. It's not like a odorless, slow, you know, setting, but it does give you time. But yeah, I just love encapsulating, and I love finally kind of doing a set that I've been wanting to do. Like I just wanted like a glittery type almond set that I wanted to do for a while. And, you know, with the themed videos and chasing the algorithm, I'm not really able to do some of the nail designs that I've been wanting to do. So that's what we're going to be doing this year as well, because in order for this to be sustainable for all of us, Evie has to be happy with her nails every now and then. So now we're going in with the cuticle beads, and once again, I'm just working with a wetter bead, not too wet. As you can see, I'm not really flooding the cuticle. It's not monomer all over the place. That's kind of one of my pet peeves, is when I see like people getting monomer all over their cuticle areas. It's like, it's not supposed to be right there. But then also I'm taking this time to add a sidewall, because as y'all can see, my nails grow so crooked. They can only grow so far, and then they start to get all twisty. So yeah, I'm using this time to encapsulate everything and also build the structure of the nail. I don't know. And one of my favorite parts is just putting down the cuticle beads as well. Like, I know for a long time that used to be like something that was very hard for me and very challenging, but now your girl got it down pat. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a little more acrylic in the center. As I told you guys before, I do as many beads as it takes to do the nails. So I don't really try to work fast. I don't try to do, oh, I can only use 1 bead or 2 beads or 3 beads. I use as many as I need, okay? All right, so I had to get some thumbnail pictures, so I had to take the forms off on some of the nails, so yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go in and finish up our cuticles on the middle finger and the ring finger. And I left all of this in real time so you guys can see how long I let it sit on the nail before I start to pat. And yeah, this is the speed that I work with or work at. And as you can see, it's just like butter. Beautiful. And then finally going in with the cuticle bead on the index fingernail. And once again, I'm working a little wet, and I'm trying to keep this cuticle thin, but also making sure to cover up the glitter, because we want to be able to file in shape without it coming off. All right, so this is after everything is laid, and as you can see, they're all different lengths, but we're about to change that now. So going in with my hand file, I'm kind of just shaping the nails the way that I want them to be. And then we're just gonna smooth out the top. I'm using a 100 grit to kind of speed things up, because I am working with acrylic. It's a little harder to file, so I find that using 100 grit or even an 80 kind of makes things go faster. So now after doing that, I'm just going in with the safety bit and working around the cuticle areas to thin that out and make it look like it's growing from my finger. And then just also taking down any extra bulk. One of the things that for me that make or break a nail set is if the cuticles look good or not. Like, I am obsessed with making my cuticles look so good. That is just something I enjoy doing. So after doing that, I decided the nails were still a little too long. So I'm taking my nail file and we're taking them down even shorter. Okay, I think I like this length. So yeah, I just, it was a lot of back and forth, but this is what I do when I do my own nails without any, anything. Like, I just kind of do what I want to do. So, but I like the length. So we're going in with this cuticle bit and kind of just sealing in the cuticles. I think I wanted to do a little bit shorter, or maybe, I don't know, did I do it shorter this time? I think I did. I think I took it down just a little bit more. And then now we're going to use the 180 to get the scratches out from the 100 grit file. And then we buff. And this is what the nails look like after I filed, shaped, and buffed. And now for the top coat. Absolutely gorgeous. So I haven't done the sexy top coat in a while, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And then doing a full cure in my nail lamp. So this is what they look like after all the top coat is on, and super gorgeous. I know some of you guys will stop here and just be like, we done, but not me. We're gonna put some charms on. I just have to stay true to myself because I love bling, okay? So going in with this crazy top, we're just gonna apply a little, a big glob of that. And then put this in here. I like using the crazy top because it is strong and it's a non-wipe, so I don't have to worry about a tacky layer. And it's thick, so the charms don't typically slide. So once I get the position kind of where I want it to be, I'm just using this brush to kind of guide the crazy top gel around the bottom of it, and to where it's not such a big glob. I kind of like to blend it out onto the nail just to, I don't like seams. So we're just cleaning that up, and then once I like that placement, I'm gonna go ahead and flash cure this. I kind of hold it on there for a bit because it is a large amount of gel, but of course we're gonna do a full cure after we put all the charms on. So I'm also strategically placing these on where you can see my natural nail. I typically don't like that, but if you have a charm and glitter, it's all right. So here is the finished look. I think these came out so gorgeous. I just love the shape. I love the shimmer. And in the low light, oh my goodness, they just come to life. So what y'all think? And would you wear these?
This is the outro to the Long Hair Pretty Nail Show, yeah.